Looking for real answers? Meet Bob the Psychic, Scottsdale's #1 psychic. Join live readings with Bob the Psychic every Monday night on Soul Search TV. Real people, real questions, real clarity. Bob connects directly with your energy using psychic insight, tarot, mediumship to bring guidance on love, career, family, finances, and your life path. His readings cut through confusion, offer validation and hope, and help you move forward with confidence and trust. Every Monday, 7 p.m. MST. Watch free on Soul Search TV, YouTube, or Facebook, or reserve your spot to join the Zoom room for a live reading. Experience clarity that changes everything. Limited spots available, so sign up before they're gone.
Recording in progress.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Bob Stahl, bobthepsychic.com. Welcome to Online Insights with Bob the Psychic. I am a psychic, a channel, and a medium located in Phoenix or Scottsdale, Arizona. I do readings over the phone via Zoom. And if you're in the Phoenix metro area, I also do them in person. But 99% of my work I do over Zoom, which is perfect because you're all here for that. So I like to start tonight. My gift, the way it works is I'm just very intuitive and I hear stuff about people. You're going to see I don't ask any questions as a rule, but if I ask one, I'm going to put the answer in it. I also read with my eyes closed. So when I'm doing the reading with whoever I'm speaking with, I'm not looking at them. You'll see my eyes are closed. If we are doing cards, which we will, there's a camera right here. You'll be able to see the cards right there. I encourage you that if you have a question, make sure ask whatever it is you want to know. Those of you who are signed up to get a message from me, if you're watching out there in YouTube land or wherever you are and you want to know more about me, my website, it's right there on the screen and over there, bobthepsychic.com. I welcome or urge you to go check it out. And if you're not sure about me, Google me. You'll see. All right, let me start. I like to start the whole thing with a message or at least 3 cards for the collective. So this is going to be a theme for the night. Also, for those of you who are watching or joining, you're going to notice that the people who are chosen for the readings, there's going to be a common theme between all 6 of them. I have no idea what it is, but you'll figure it out as we go. So for the 6 of you who I'm going to be answering questions for, be sure to listen to whatever I say to somebody else, because most likely some part of that is also going to apply to you. All right, let's start with a quick reading or a group for the collective. Here we go. So, this is perfect. So the first one is the 4 of Cups. To me, the 4 Cups are about emotions. This is about like the foundations of your emotions, because anything with the number 4 is about like structure, foundation, like the 4 legs of the table. In this card, I make it that this person is very pissed off and they're all upset underneath the tree. And the universe is trying to give them a cup to open up their heart so they're not as analytical as they have been in the past, and that they're letting their emotions come free. Once that happens, you get to be the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so she's a good mom, teacher, leader. She loves kids and animals. She's very much grounded outside. Here's her little guardian angel around her. She loves teaching other people things. But sometimes she gets stuck, and that's why the rabbit is right here. The rabbit right here is the nudge to push her forward into something else. And when she gets pushed forward, she gets to be the Ace of Pentacles. This is about new abundance coming your way. New job, new house, new car, whatever that abundance is. It doesn't necessarily mean to be money. It could be health. It could be relationships. And then at the very end of the day, what's after that? Empress. This is about divine feminine. In your divine feminine, sitting on the comfortable couch, wearing the comfortable outfit, the stars on her head, those are all the stars in the universe. And she uses that scepter thing to bless everyone around her. The last little message before I start taking questions is the Page of Pentacles. This is a reminder. Put all your garbage behind you so you can concentrate on new abundance all around you. Look at how that matches what I just said right here. And as you saw, you probably didn't see me the way I draw the cards, but with the first person, you will see that. And speaking of that, let's have our first contestant come on down. I guess this is not The Price is Right, but you get the idea. Christine, you're up. And I see that you are a repeat name or a repeat person. Welcome. Hi, how are you? Oh, you look familiar. Okay. Turn on your mic and tell us where you are zooming in from.
Yeah, I'm zooming in from Burlingame, California.
Hi, how are you? So is it hot there? What's the weather like?
Yes, very hot. I don't know. It feels like it's late 70s, 80s almost.
Yeah,
very
it's going to be
warm.
106 here in a few days, which just never gets this hot this time of year. So Arizona, we apparently missed spring and kind of part of winter. We definitely missed winter, and spring apparently lasted 3 days. So now we're in summer. Who knows? All right. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
Yeah, I know every time I keep asking you about work, but I'm gonna, it's up in the air
Let me
right
just
now.
give you something on that here. Let me just help you. You got the answer. I keep hearing, tell her she has the answer she needs. I don't know. They're saying you don't want to accept it, but I feel like they're telling me it's a good thing. And that whatever this is, it might go down to like your worthiness and some like whether you're worthy of or whatever this new opportunity is that's coming. I totally get that you are. So if that helps you any, like dispel the fear, but I do feel like there's just a ton of drama going on. And I also know we're in Mercury retrograde and I cannot wait for it to end. And I'm going to guess you're the same way. Oh, I'm looking at my camera, but I can see you out of the corner of my eye. I think it ends this coming Saturday or Sunday. Maybe it's Friday, but I want to say it's coming to an end. And once we get to the shadow at the end of it, you should be good. So, because I feel like the decision or whatever this is that's going on, I got it's around you now. And I don't ever remember what I tell people, but I know I talk to you about work, but that's all I got on that because I talk to so many people during the day. So if it's consistent, I'm being told by the goddess who really runs the show, I'm just the pretty face, that Mercury retrograde ends on Friday. So there you go. And she's probably all embarrassed now that I called her out. Go ahead.
So when you say opportunity, because the thing is, I have this, yes, I'm going to lose my job, but are they going to push me somewhere else? Or am I totally out the door and a new opportunity presents itself?
I got it's a new opportunity like out the door, but it's your choice. Like they're not, yeah. Okay. Did I say that before? I might as well see if I'm consistent. Is that what I said before?
Well,
I know I keep saying it's new.
Yeah, last time we spoke, I said, I was told I was going to be let go. And then, it just feels like then the person came back to me and said there could be an A or B. Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. And I'm like, okay, now what?
So here's what I got on that. I feel like you're supposed to go. And I still get that it's your choice. And Miss Hemming and Hawing, they're doing, this is like, I don't want to call it emotional abuse because I don't know them well enough, but I want to call it like emotionally abusive. And I don't feel like they're doing it on purpose, but my guides in my head are like, oh yeah, they are. So for whatever that's worth, I do feel like you just need to stay on the path and I don't want to say ignore this drama, but ignore this drama. Because I got what's right, and they keep saying that she has the answer. So I really feel like this is the opportunity for you, like to blast off in some way.
Well, I need another job to blast off too.
It's coming. When's it coming?
Yay!
I got it's the end of March, beginning of April. Isn't that what I always say?
Yes, you're very much on point with that.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. And I know, I've talked to you before, so people could say, "Oh, you remember?" Yeah, no, I really don't. And you can tell by my reaction, I have no idea. But I do feel like that's what it is. You know what? Even if, and the other thing I got, even if they decide to do, ABC, whatever it is, and say, oh, we want you to stay, I think you're going to respectfully decline that opportunity and be like, I've had enough and I'm out. So, because this is like the time for you to do it. Because I feel like you're just close. This is like part of the new chapter, the new like oomph going on around you. And so that's why I feel like, yeah, no, you're in the right place. You're doing all the right things.
Thank you.
So I want to say, don't worry. You're welcome to come back every week. I'm happy to chat with you.
I will. I'm your biggest fan.
There you go. Did you write something on Yelp or Google or Facebook? That'd be awesome.
Will do. And so
if you send me an email, bob@bobthepsychic.com, I will happily send you the email that has the links on there. So there you go.
All right. I will do that. And then
I'll add you to my email list. I send out a Monday motivation every week. By the way, everybody, yes, if you want a channel message from me every Monday free to your email box, go to my website and scroll down on the front page. It says, get my free guidance. That's what it is. I send it to 1,300 people a week and at least 700 open it because that's what the system says. So I don't know. But it's very popular. If I miss 1 week, I get a ton of emails. What happened? Why didn't it come? So there you go. All right. What else would you like to know? We still got 2 minutes. What else do you want to know?
Does my mom, is she around and does she have any words of wisdom for me?
She wants you to know that you are safe and being taken care of, that she would never let anything bad happen to you. And that even though this does not look like a blessing in disguise at this moment, you are going to look back on this. Hold on. They're giving me all sorts of months on that. You're going to look back on this and realize it was really a good thing. In my head, when they said like a month, I heard March 2024, March 2025. Well, we're in 2026, so I know that's wrong. But there's something about if that makes sense to you with those other months, that's what this is. I feel like you're going to, she said she's going to be fine. She keeps, that's interesting. All right. So she's showing me, what are you? I think it's like a raccoon or something, but something like coming up to your door, like being on its like two hind legs, like begging for food. If that means anything to you, I don't know. I've never seen that one before. Usually I get birds, hummingbirds, owls, the sun. I've never had like a four-legged animal. So
yeah, I don't know.
So, okay. All right. Let me do cards really quick. There's a minute left. Let me see, what deck does she need? She need this one or this one? I think we're going to do tarot. All right, really quick. Here we go. See. Okay. From the wow, you cannot make it up department. Here we go. Ready? 5 of Swords. This is about kicking people out of your life or getting out of situations around you that are uncomfortable. He wants, swords are about decisions. He wants to collect the swords from these two guys in order to like reset his life. In order to do that, he has to give something up from them. That's the relationship with them. That's why there's clouds in the sky. It's about the drama around it. Wow, that doesn't fit. Not. Then if that one didn't fit, oh, the next one does. So here's the Hangman. This is what's going on around you this very moment. Waiting for something to happen, looking at the world from a different point of view, hanging out in a way. So you know you're ready to break free. You're hanging out, waiting to see what happens. This new thing that's coming, this is a way of like loving yourself in some ways. The Knight of Cups is the romance character in the tarot deck. I don't think this is someone, yeah, it's you. It's not somebody new coming into your life. It's you loving yourself. And the reason you're having all these issues right now is this dude. The Devil card is about being stuck or addicted to something or feeling like you're trapped, which you really aren't, because you just need to keep following your plan. The Three of Pentacles, this is about, Pentacles are about abundance. He's the home builder. They're the architects. They can't get the house without him. He can't get it without them. So that's like, just keep following your plan. You're going to be fine. That makes sense?
Yes. Wow.
So I know I was going fast there.
Yeah.
All right. If there's time at the end, we will have more time at the end, but we'll see how it goes. I got 6 people, so probably not. All right. Thank you so much. I'll probably talk to you next week. Send me an email and let me add you to my thing. Everyone out there, if you want to be on my email list, please feel free to do that. All right, Suzanne, you're next. Come on up. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne S. with the big green. There we go. Turn on your camera. Okay, there we go. Hi, how are you?
Is it on?
Yes, it is.
Well, how are you?
Good. Where are you zooming in from?
Peoria, Arizona.
Oh, just down the road a piece. Okay, so you know it's warm out. Yeah. All right. How can I help you?
Yeah.
What would you like to know?
Well, the cards that you read at the very beginning pretty much hit the nail on the head. I changed careers and now I'm nervous if I'm going to be financially okay.
I want to say yes, you are. How there's really okay. What I got on that, the answer is yes, but I feel like there's a 12. Is it 12 weeks or 12 months? It might be 12 weeks. I doubt it's 12 months. Something about a period of concern or like getting used to what's new around there. I think it's, I don't know why they're giving it to me in weeks instead of months, but 12 weeks is what, 3 months, 90 days? So I want to say it might take you 90 days to get used to this. There is going to be a shift, I want to say, in your finances. What they're saying is that they're saying you're going to scale back in a way, but I don't feel like you're scaling back like, oh my God, I don't have any money. I feel like it's more about like being that like responsible adult thing and like cutting out the stuff you don't really want or need. So and the example I always give for that is, all right, I go to Starbucks all the time, but I know that going to Starbucks and dropping $20 there at the end of the day, that's just a lot of money for whatever that is. So if that makes sense to you, that's the sense I get on that. But are you going to be like broke or lose your, again, no, none of that. But I do feel like there's this like 90-day, it's like a period of like getting used to what's going on around you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So do I need to look for, I'm looking for like a second job and, it's just not happening.
I feel like right now, it's just not the right time to look. We're in Mercury Retrograde, which I love talking about, not.
Yeah.
Just wait till next month on that. What's interesting here is, let me just show you what's kind of going on here, because I drew some cards while I was looking at you. in your feet, in your foundation, this is you waiting for something to happen. Like you're just kind of hanging out waiting. The other thing in your head, I just had this card in the last set too. This is about getting out of your head and stopping so analytical about it, because you are kind of stuck right now. You just need to follow your plan. And I talked about all those three with the last person. The last one you got here, the Eight of Swords upside down, this is about like wiggling free and no longer being stuck. So the sense of like moving forward and being okay is right there, because again, whatever you're going to do is like the loving yourself in some way. I definitely get that the job change was the right thing. I feel like one of the things I'm hearing, which might be why you're hesitating, you might have done it a little bit too soon. Like you could have waited maybe 3 months to do it, but it's definitely all around you now. So you might have sped it up in some way. And that might be why I got the 3 month like wait and kind of see what happens thing, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So, but I do feel like you're going to be okay and just kind of like hang out. You're going to be fine, but you definitely were ready for something new. It's not like, oh my God, I just quit my job and it was a bad idea. I know I'm out. And I do feel like too, I'm supposed to tell you too, that it's okay for you to like nurture yourself in some way. I don't feel like I'm supposed to tell you, go take a trip or be on vacation, but whatever that self-care piece is for you, you need to be doing that. So I don't know, like, I shot my social media today and I always talk about self-care. And the examples I give are like going for a walk, sitting outside and looking at the stars. I mean, you live in Arizona, so it's kind of nice outside. I got my windows open.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Maybe it's doing that, whatever it is. I mean, not later this week when it's 197, but for right now, it's okay. So if that makes sense to you, I don't know if it's getting a massage or sitting in a hot tub or whatever it is. I feel like that's one of the things that'll help like loosen you up and calm you down in some way. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Yes, that makes sense. Perfect sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you sound relaxed to me. Here, let me just draw these really quick for you since we kind of already answered it. All right. This deck is called Zebu Angelic Symbols. The woman who made it, Debbie, she actually lives here in Arizona too. She was meditating and she got the symbols and then she made this deck. And I always use it at the end because it matches what we talked about. Yeah, this is perfect. Watch this. From the Wow, You Can't Make It Up department. The first card you got is risk. You're taking the risk to be seen and heard as you're sharing your unique gifts with this world. The other thing that you're doing, because you did it, you are being more centered. It says, I breathe deeply to revitalize and recenter myself and move forward with steadiness. And that's part of this like healing embrace that's happening. You're extending open arms to embrace others, to share peace and unconditional love. I think this is more about yourself. I don't feel like you're embracing others. I do feel like it's embracing yourself to be centered, and that will create the balance you're looking for. It says, I listen to my heart to bring myself back to center. I think this is about releasing the fear. That concern you have about money or whatever that's all about. Yeah, I think that's what this thing is talking about. Does that make sense? You're going to be fine.
Perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are they going to, I rent where I'm at. Are they going to ask me to leave and or raise my rent, or can I stay here?
I feel like they're going to raise. I don't feel like they're going to ask you to leave, though. Should she leave if they raise? I got no on that. And on the rent raising piece, here's what I heard you should do. Gosh, I don't know if you can do this, but you can sure try. I'm just going to make it up. Let's say the rent increase is $100. Tell them you'll do 50. Like whatever number they give you, say you can do half of that, and will they do it? And tell them you'll sign a year lease or something to make it worth their while. So how long is your lease? The one you were just signed, how long was it?
It's for a year. Yeah.
See if they'll do another year at $50 less, or even if they'll do 18 months or something. Because I feel like for them, it makes more sense to take the deal I just gave you than for you to leave and then to go market, and they'll never. Yeah, this will help them more. So see if you can make them do it for half. Try that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Lois, you're up next. Which one I'm going to guess you are. There we go.
Hi,
how are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I am good. How can I help you? Have I talked to you before?
You have not. This is my first
Okay, great.
time.
Where are you zooming in from?
Palo Alto, California, very close to Burlingame, actually. So yes, it's very hot here.
Yes,
it's the hot. I guess this is the first time California has ever had a heat warning during March. So
in Arizona, this is the first time we've ever been at or near 100 in March. So and we're gonna blow past that like it was nothing. I think it's Friday or Saturday. It's 107 or so. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. All right.
Well,
Now that we've talked about the weather, how
yeah.
can I help you? What would you like to know?
I just kind of whatever spirit's coming to you and telling you for me. I'm, because of Mercury retrograde, I feel like this heaviness and this just, so if I could just
so I got a
say,
bunch on that. So on the Mercury retrograde piece, and I'm going to have you say the thing you actually do it again. Ask me again, because I heard a bunch of stuff. And then when you said Mercury retrograde, I heard a bunch of other stuff. So say the first question again so I can hear that part again.
yeah, just whatever spirit has for me, because
I
I've
got
been
it.
feeling very heavy.
So you're doing all the right things for yourself right now. The reason you're feeling this uncomfortableness, it's like your empathic self dealing with the heavy energy of Mercury retrograde. This one has been very strong for you, as it has been for many of the other light workers on the planet. And even if you don't consider yourself really a light worker, you are like in that realm and connected in that way. So there's no accident that you're here listening to this and helping some of the other people like in your life, or even it might even be people who are like all on this Zoom call together. If you like have thoughts for them, or you think things about them or hear things about them, whatever that is, that's helping in a way. So I just get you're doing all of the right things, and that once this Mercury retrograde leaves, which, oh, she put it on the screen for me, it's Friday. I got like once Saturday comes, you're like happy camper. So, but I also feel like you know that you're not really supposed to do anything real serious during Mercury retrograde either. I just heard in my head something about the word move. Suzanne, can you mute yourself? Something about the word move. So I don't know if the move is around you or the last person I spoke with. Is there a move around you?
No, I mean, I'm in the same house I've been in since I was 5 years old. So
Because you're not going anywhere. So that might be around Suzanne. So because she just asked about that. So yeah, she just, which might be why I got that. But I do feel like you're like in the right place at the right time. That house loves you, by the way. You're never going to sell it, and it wouldn't let you sell it anyway. So if you decide one day, ooh, I'm going to put this on the market, I got news for you. That house is talking to me and saying, no, it's not. And for those of, I know that sounds wildly crazy to some people, but that's okay.
Esther said, my house spirit's Esther, and Esther is connected to us and protects us and everything. So it's going to go to my kids when I pass.
There you go. Yes, it is. Which ones? Do you have 3 kids?
I have 4 kids. I have 4, but 2 of them are going to get the house.
Yes, because I got it was the youngest one, but they only showed me 3 kids. If that makes sense to you, so it'd be kid number like 3 and 4. 3 live close.
The eldest lives in North Dakota, so that's probably why. But yes, the youngest one and the youngest girl and the eldest girl are,
There you go.
Oh my gosh. There you go. See that confirmation.
So, and from that, I usually tell people, wow, I could be psychic. We can vote on the internet later today. All right, here we go. So for cards around you, oh, look at this. You have like a contract. I want to say to be in balance in some way. I'm kind of going to read them all sideways. Lover's card. This is about values and alignment, loving yourself, loving other people around you, kind of being all comfortable. The Justice card. This is like court cases, legal documents. I feel like it's also about commitments in some way. So the sword going straight up and down, that's about being like black and white, like your way or the highway. The scales of justice are about being fair. The purple cloth is kind of like listening to your intuition. And the middle one, the Knight of Cups, is that's you. This is like the romance character in the tarot deck. I feel like it's you loving yourself. Like you have a commitment to love yourself and to like be in balance in some way, upside down or right side up, that you don't, it's easy for you to see deception around you. The Moon card to me, when it's right side up, it's like strong feminine energy, but it's also about deception, like people not being honest in some way. You can definitely check that out and then, or like, see that when it's coming. And then the last one, Page of Pentacles, this is a reminder to go ahead and put the yuck behind you so you can concentrate on new abundance coming your way. I feel like there's a ton of it. I feel like you normally do that, but I feel like not this last week, the 3rd week of Mercury retrograde just knocked you for a good one. And that might be why they're saying, put it all behind you. Because I got whatever it is, it wasn't you, if that makes any sense. Yes, because you're supposed to continue listening to your intuition. The High Priestess, they're also telling you this High Priestess is like, it symbolizes your house. So Esther has something to do with this High Priestess card, because I heard Esther in my head when I put it down.
Okay.
Questions about that?
No, you're spot on. You're spot on.
Thank you so much. And let me just draw a couple other ones really quick, and then while the next one's coming up, I'm going to turn on my light in here, and then that'll turn on my fan because I meant to do it before I sat down. All right, so from the Zebu Angelic Symbol deck, let me see, which one do you get? Does she need? You only need one. All right, I'll try to pick a good one. I think it's man, all of these at the bottom. Yeah, here we go. Well, hold on, let me just make sure. What does it go here? There we go. Okay, here we go. It's a quick message, but it's basically the same thing in 3 different cards. Number 1 says evolution. You're evolving. You're celebrating expansion of your soul as you continue to evolve. That you're also having an awakening that helps bring order out of chaos. That you're opening your heart and soul to awaken the mysteries of life. And finally, you're releasing lower vibrational energies and savor the balance of your life. That has to do with Mercury retrograde 100,000%. And that's why you've been so ligate up to now. And I know that's a technical term. And that's kind of why I feel like, you're doing fine right there.
Okay. Perfect.
Questions about that?
No, once again, you're spot on. Yes. And I will put it on Google and on Yelp.
Great. Thank you so much. All right, Dorothy, you're next. Hang on. I'm going to get up really quick to turn on my light so I can turn on my fan. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Dorothy, I'm ready. Hang on, let me make it so you can see me. Okay, how can I help you? Welcome. Oh, where are you zooming in from?
I'm from Alameda, California.
Oh, Alameda, welcome. All right, how can I help you? What would you like to know?
A lot of things are happening right now. My career, relationship, spiritual things. I kind of want to know. I feel scattered.
So on your career, you're supposed to be sitting back and kind of watching. This really isn't the time to make a huge shift, but there is something coming in April. And I feel like whatever it is, it's going to be, they're using the word pleasant. Whatever that means to you. So I guess it's a pleasant surprise or like a pleasant change. Like a pleasant surprise.
Okay.
She's going to lose her. I got no, you're not going to lose your job. So it must be something else.
Okay, that makes sense because I have a new boss starting on Wednesday. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a she? Is it a woman?
It's a male.
Yeah. I had a 50-50 shot on that. You can use that joke whenever you want. Okay, so I got you're going to be he's really a great guy is what I'm hearing. I mean, at first I heard it was a woman, but yeah. I feel like whatever, that one of the things you're going to like about him is he does understand the business and is not coming in like he might have experience from other places or other things, but he truly understands what it is that you're going through or what the goals of this business are. So if that helps give you a sense of relief, that's what I feel like that is.
Yes, and I hope it's changing in a positive direction because it has been very toxic in the last 9 months.
It is, and the toxic people are not going to like him, and they're going to find the door.
Okay, good.
Because I feel like he's like us. He's of the light.
Yeah.
And the toxic people definitely are not. That's what I got. How many are there? Are there 5 of them?
At least, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So those 5, they'll all be gone by, I got it's July, August. Is it their own or are they going to hire them? I think they might leave on their own, which would be fine because let them take their drama and go and not create more drama if they're there. Just see if I'm right on that because I definitely got that there's at least 5. So we'll see how that plays out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions? If there's 2 or more, we still got plenty of time. What was the other area?
Relationship. My current
on the relationship piece. Hold on. Are you with somebody now? I don't think so. I feel like you're single. Are you single now?
No.
Wow, I'm totally striking out. Usually I always get that one right. All right, so let me rephrase on that. Do you feel like you're single in the relationship? Because when I asked, are you with someone, what I heard was no. So that's why then I say turn around and ask people if they're single. If you're with someone and you're disconnected from them in some way, that might be why I got it. So in terms of the relationship around you, I heard romance angels. Hold on a second. I have a deck for that. Where is it? Of course, when I need it, you can never find it. There it is. Hold on. Because I like to also say you can't be a psychic without 10,000 decks. I'm working on that. I don't have 10,000 though, but I have a lot. All right, so this one's called the Romance Angels. Let me just have them give you a message of some sort because they're definitely wanting to speak. Okay, that actually makes sense. This one. Oh, interesting. Well, okay, there we go. So it might be the reason you asked about that person. So the first thing I got, it's time to disconnect from the world. You know, this is about drama or chaos or something around you that you're ready to like walk away from that because you are calling in your soulmate. So the person you're with, is she with her soulmate? You know what? I hate to be the bearer. I got the answer is no. Does that make sense though? Have you been with this person for a long time? I got yes on that one.
Yeah, 6 years almost.
Okay, so is there some reason I'm being told that you're calling the soulmate in and that you need to love yourself first in some ways? That your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive? I don't know if it's about self-respect, but the last one says, yes, this is your soulmate. So maybe it is the right connection. I mean, you can interpret it this way. It is the right connection that you're supposed to retreat to go back inside yourself to clear or accept the worthiness and then love yourself first, which helps call him in because that is who he is. Upside down or right side up. There's something going on though, because you got the deception card, which says someone is wearing a false mask, false self mask in this relationship. Him or it might, okay, don't take this the wrong way. I don't know why they're saying it's you. So how do you really feel about this situation? Maybe that's why about this loving yourself first and retreat card came up, that this is really a time for you to decide what it is you really want and how it is you really want things to be, and then go do that. I don't feel like you're in a situation where you're being forced to do something you don't like, or there's like anything like that. But maybe it's about like stepping up in a way, because this one says make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So maybe this false self thing is like sitting on the side, well, like sitting on the curb instead of being more active in it, if that makes any sense. So maybe that's what this retreat card is saying. Okay, take a step back, like recommit, and then move forward in some way. Did any of that resonate? Any of that line up?
Yeah, I kind of, been with him for 6 years and I kind of like forgot or stopped doing what I love doing. And, kind of more focused on him in the relationship. And, I feel he doesn't see me that I've actually given, I've, I've given a lot. I've given a lot to him.
Okay, so now that I know that little piece, if you look back at what I said, it did resonate because you got the retreat piece about going back inside yourself to figure out what it is you really want, about loving yourself first and making the effort, about the deception thing. Okay, I've given a lot. I'm not getting anything back, right? And the soulmate card is, okay, maybe that's you decide. Is he yours? I feel like he is though. So there's something there, and maybe this is the time for you to work on it or think about it. Let me just do my favorite. This is Mercury retrograde, so don't do it before Friday. Let it end. And then do that. The other thing I know about this Mercury retrograde, I have a very close friend who's a shaman and healer and just an amazing light worker who says that this Mercury retrograde is a lot about things coming, like things appearing the way they truly are, like in relationships. Like I know a lot of people who are having like all sorts of turmoil because the truth in the relationship is coming out. And maybe that's one of the things here for you. It's about how you really feel and what's going on for you. Because since you are doing the reading with me, I care about you, not the other person. So if that makes sense, but you kind of said here, you're doing a lot and whatever that's all about. So I feel like you kind of know. So it might just mean you need someone to tell you, hey, you're right about that. Go do it. What's this one say? Because whatever this is, it's about healing family issues of some sort. So that might be healing something about yourself, like your divine feminine, or your inner child, little Dorothy, who might be running scared because she's like 4 or 5 years old and feeling all abandoned. And maybe that's where some of this fear is coming from, if that makes any sense. Because I always get stuff about inner kids, inner child. I'm hearing 4 or 5. So maybe that's the first thing. So if that's the case, if that lined up, I would say a couple things. On the inner child thing, you could write her a letter. And I feel like you're going to write her a letter and tell her you love her, and whatever she needs to hear, what it is I'm hearing, just kind of let it rip. And then if you're going to write the letter, kind of do it like automatic handwriting style. Don't stop to make corrections. Just see what you get.
Okay.
So if that
Great.
makes sense to you,
Yeah.
does that
Makes
help?
total sense. Thank you. Yeah. Thank
You're welcome.
you.
Here, let me do the Zebu ones, and then we'll see from there. And I guess I'm going to turn my light on now. It's getting dark. There we go. All right. Sometimes I use my TV lights, and I decided it was too hot for that. So
Mhm.
it's always something. All right, here we go. That one. You know what? These are the same ones I just pulled, so that means I need to shuffle. All right, let's see here. Which one is it? It's that one. Oh, okay. Okay, it's all over you. Here we go. Ready? All right. So the first thing that I got, you got the Passion card upside down. Normally, this deck doesn't do upside down cards, but it did in this case. And to me, when they come out upside down, it's the opposite of what it says. This thing says, I continue to move forward as my heart connects me with my goals. So this could be about you being stuck in some ways, and that's keeping you from the passion you want, because you're ready to look within and see the perfection of the divine. That's the sacred union. I think this is with you. I don't feel like this is about the other person. I feel like this is you and your inner child. And this other one, this universal love thing, I feel like after you do the sacred union, you get to that like place of love, like caring and understanding. And that kind of, I want to say it goes on the other person, or it heals that other person, whatever it is, or it's the compassion you're looking for. It says, I lavish upon myself the same compassion as I bestow upon others. So if that makes sense to you, that's what I feel like. Did that resonate?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
If you want, I don't normally sit here and like say, oh, get a private reading with me, but if you're guided that way, I'm supposed to say my website is bobthepsychic.com. Happy to talk to you.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
We'll move
Thank
on
you
to the
so
next
much.
person. Thank you so much. Dana, you are up. Which one are you going to be? You're going to be, there we go. Hi, how are you? Oh, unmute.
Okay.
There we go. Where are you zooming in from?
I am in Clayton, California.
Oh, where's Clayton? I grew up in California. I don't know where that is. Where is it?
It is towards Concord, Walnut Creek.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. The Bay Area.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of people from the Bay Area today. All right. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
I am just curious of the next step in my career. I got laid off in December, and I am conflicted.
Yeah. So on the layoff, I got that was the God's gift from the universe. So if your job sucked or you're like, I got that was the best thing ever. I feel like you're in they were calling it like a 6-month healing period from the trauma, drama, abuse, whatever was going on at your job. And this conflicted piece, what I'm hearing about that is like you're conflicted about moving forward and looking for a job, or whether you should hang out for like, I got like 2 more months to like June-ish. So if I'm right about that, I feel like you are supposed to kind of start looking, not till Mercury Retrograde, not till April, but I don't feel like you're really going to get a job till June, that you've been doing so much like to nurture yourself in some way. It's funny, the deck that wants to talk, this is John Holland's Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Sometimes it's about relationships, but maybe it's about your own heart and taking care of yourself. I definitely get that job that jettisoned you. That was a huge favor. I mean, I don't know if you feel that way, but that's what I've heard it twice.
It was toxic, very toxic.
Yeah. And so I feel like this time you're in right now, I feel like they're telling me you have a 6-month healing after it. So maybe that's, yes, if that makes sense. So we're in month 3 of it. You got like 2 more to go. Does that make sense? Is that why you're conflicted, or what's the conflicted part about?
Well, I want to start my own business. And so I'm
okay. Hold on. Yes, you do. And I heard, what are you waiting for? And you're supposed to start it. I heard it's in May. So you got April to plan it or do whatever it needs to happen. So yeah, let me just show you. Hold on. Then I want to hear the rest of what you have to say. But let me just show you this because it's too funny not to. Okay, so the first card that popped out for you, this whole win or lose thing, this is about like drawing a line in the sand about what it is you want and what it is you don't want. Like confirming to yourself, this is what I want, damn it. Kind of like, as whatever energy is below the sword, below the line, like, yeah, we're not doing that. But whatever above, it's a good thing. And look at the 2 pieces of it. One of them is you had to go move on from whatever the drama was. The drama is the water. This is the emotional piece. He's walking on the sand. And you did it because opportunity beckons. You are ready for something new. So from the wow, you cannot make it up department, as I've been saying all night long, you drew the line in the sand like that job. That it was great because you got to move on. You're ready for something new. I get it starts in May. You're going to manifest it now. That's the next piece. Hold on, what's this one? And the way you're manifesting, this is like, rebuilding your heart, like getting yourself in a place of greater, I want to say, connection and choosing your battles. That's like deciding what's really important, what's worth fighting for and what's not. And whatever was in that job before, definitely not. And so now you're going to manifest what's worth fighting for because you're in this rebuilding period, this 6 month of healing from the trauma around it, because, well, I got the healing's already begun. But this is the healing that's going on around you now. I got you already know. So what's preventing you from launching it? Like, what do you still need to do? I got you've already done like 90% of it.
I have. Yes.
Okay,
Because
so
yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a cookie business. So I have perfected everything. It's just something I feel like stuck in order to move forward.
Okay, so I'll help you on this one. It's about worthiness. You have everything you need. You know exactly what you're doing. You don't have to be 100% perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It's a cookie. And I feel like that's what's in your head. Like you want it to be the absolute like purpose, most amazing thing ever. I got that it is, and you're like ready to go. The other thing I heard, the only thing you might not have, do you need a commercial oven, whatever that is, to bake them? I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I heard. She just needs the commercial oven. Does that make any sense?
Well, I need a new oven. Yes. I need a new one in my place. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't feel, are you baking them in your place though? I'm not sure you're baking them where you are because it looks to me like the oven is, so I don't know. Maybe this is a 10 by 10 bedroom, but the oven looks as big as that wall behind me, like that wide. So you can do a scrillion of them at once.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're doing it in your own house, you're going to be baking all the,
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to bake 24/7. And I also got that unless you got a really good air conditioner, it's going to be hot and you're just going to be miserable. So, because it feels to me like you need to be able to bake. I got like 100 at a time. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it might be 10 groups of 10. That makes any sense.
Yes.
So
because it takes me all day to bake when I do orders.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So either you're going to limit the orders or you're only going to bake on certain days. So maybe you're baking. Yeah. All right, you might be baking Monday, Wednesday, Friday to deliver on Saturday and Tuesday. If that makes any sense, that's what I heard. Because you're definitely not baking 7 days a week. And you're not even baking 5 days a week.
Okay.
And there's a day in there that's a day off. It's Thursday. And I think it's Sunday too, based on what I said. If that makes sense to me, that's what it sounds like to me. And it sounds like it's a boutique-y thing. I don't feel like you're going to be like, do they have Crumble there in California? They probably do. I think it's probably a chain.
Yeah,
Crumble's a cook. Yeah. It's not, you're like Mrs. Fields. Yeah, you're not like they are. But I get the sense when I saw in my head the commercial oven, it did look, I just went to Crumble the other day because, Sugar and I, we get along really well. Anyways, but I feel like that's what it looked to me like. It was inside a place where where Crumble works. So those kind of facilities or whatever it is that you're building up to that.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
That might not be till 2028 though.
Okay.
But definitely I got on the days of the week, like like you're delivering like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you're baking Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't think you're working on Thursdays, but you're baking like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And definitely Sunday, you're not working. Like make sure you don't work 7 days a week. Because I will tell you as a psychic, when I first started doing this, I'll do so. Yeah, no. Now, no. I do it 6 days a week. I don't work Sundays. Oh, I lied. I don't work Sundays or Mondays are the days I don't, but every other day I will. And those 2 days are important, especially Sunday, just to like recharge and, and some days during the week I decide I don't want to work, especially depending on what happened the day before. So it that's how my business runs, if that helps you. If you need help with like social media or anything like that, I have an excellent person. I'm happy to show you everything I do in my business to get the word out there. If you want to know that, send me an email. I am more than happy to show you everything because that's what I do.
Okay. I love that.
Do you have a website and all that stuff?
No, not yet.
Okay. So that's,
not yet.
I got on that one. You're supposed to hire someone for that.
Okay.
If that
Yeah, I
helps
would
you
have
any.
to.
Yeah. Because I feel like you're like me, like you will get stuck doing it and then it'll hold you back because you need to be like baking and doing your thing.
Yes. I'm not good at
Okay.
computers.
And yeah, that'd be good. If you need help with that, my email is bob@bobthepsychic.com. Send me a note. I'm happy to talk to you about that.
Okay. Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. All right. I think I have one more. And then if we have time at the end, we'll do like a group thing again. Julie, come on down. There you are. Hi, unmute.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Where are you zooming in from?
Daly City, California.
All right. That's like northern-ish, isn't it? Northern California?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Great. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
I have a
Let me just give you
few.
something off the top. Wait, hold on. You are ready to take that leap of faith. And you've been, are you the one? This might be the last person, but you're ready to take the leap of faith. You've been talking yourself out of it or coming up with 27,000 reasons why you shouldn't, can't, won't, I don't know, whatever that's all about. My guides are saying enough's enough. Like next month is the month to do it. I don't know if that was for you or for the last person, but if it didn't apply to you, it was for the last person for sure.
Not me.
Not you. Okay, great. How can I help you then? Ask me a question.
I have a few deceased people, and I wanted to know if any of them would come to you for me.
Some of them, how many? There's like 5 of them. 4 of them are saying they're uncomfortable at like being in a group setting because they're just not sure. There's a 5th one. Who are you? I want to say, what side are you on? I want to say it's dad. Is your dad still alive?
No.
Okay, so it is your dad. So the way mediumship works for me is right side is mom and left side is dad. This person appeared on your left side, and he's right at the place where parents usually are, like even with your ear. The other 4 are sort of making like a semicircle around him, like in the back. So I'm not really sure how they're related, but they're all the ones saying, we're not really sure about that. Your dad wants you to know that it's okay for you that he's really proud of all the things you've done. And he's wondering, oh man, I hope this is for you. He's wondering why you haven't really stepped up or stepped out in recent years as you had in the past, that you have so many great things or characteristics around you that it's okay for you to keep the ball rolling, to keep yourself like in motion. And that sometimes he knows that you want to just kind of want to like roll up in a ball of some sort, whatever that is, and like sit on the couch, but you're really kind of like, I want to say like over that in a way, or not, hold on, let me make this. Come on. There we go. That you're really kind of like over that in a way, and that you're really ready to like take a risk and like, I want to say move forward in some way. Did that make sense? Do you have a question
Yes
for
and
him?
no.
If it didn't really line up, ask me a question.
Is he with my husband?
Is he with your husband? You said yes, of course he is. Wow. The person right behind him is your husband because he just stood up, like that energy around there just lit up. Wow, Mr. Husband person, why don't you want to speak? Okay, so he said he's not. Oh man, are you really her husband? Yeah, I didn't think so. That person just left. The reason I say that is because I had my eyes closed and I could like see whatever the image is, and I'm like, why aren't you saying anything? And he said, I'm not sure she wants to hear what I have to say. To which I said, wait a minute, are you really her husband? And he just like, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not him. All right, so, but there's, let me just ask, the other 4 people, are you guys really related to her? Yeah, they all went no and disappeared. There you go.
Oh, okay.
All right, so just your dad. So let me see, where's your husband at? Where are you? Okay, so he's saying to me that he's here. He's around you all the time. He's showing me like a ladybug. Okay, I've never seen that one before, but there must be some spiritual meaning to a ladybug. I would Google it because I don't know off the top of my head. Usually I see hummingbirds or butterflies or, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I didn't. He's like a ladybug. Does that make any sense? I don't know what ladybug,
No.
spiritual meaning of a ladybug is. But he says he's around you all the time. When you guys, let me see if this will work out for you. So when you're sitting like at the base of the bed, looking up at the headboard, which side did he sleep on? Well, they're showing you're sleeping on the right and he is sleeping on the left. Did he sleep on the left?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, so that's where he is at night, like he's around you, like on the left. It's not like he's like under the blanket, but he's like
Right.
floating there. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so he's around you all the time. He's saying he can hear your thoughts. He thinks you can see him too. Hold on. What's your gift? You see or hear things? I got your gift is like both hearing and seeing. So mine is definitely hearing. It's not the seeing thing, but
Yeah.
sometimes I see stuff and not very often. But I got that for you. But I feel like he can hear your thoughts and talk to him. So you might hear him too, but you might not be sure that that's really him, or you might not be sure exactly like what that is.
Right.
Some way.
And my
Does that make
mother's not
sense?
around. Yeah.
See, let me see. Is mom around? Oh, there she goes. She just showed up. All right. What do you want? Your mom really liked the person with the cookies. She's wearing like an outfit and looking like she wants to go bake cookies. I don't know if that even makes sense. Does your mom do you have a question for her?
Just how is she
No.
doing?
How? She says she's fine and relaxed and that she's finally like not in any pain like she was like the last, I want to say last year of her life. It shows like lower back pain of some sort.
Yep.
If that makes sense, if that lines up,
Yes,
that
it
she's not in
does.
any pain anymore, and that she's like happy to be where she is. She's showing me butterflies. It looks like a monarch butterfly. Do you get monarch butterflies around you?
Yeah.
When you see, that's her. That's her.
Okay.
Wow, I haven't seen a monarch butterfly as that in a really long time. That's really interesting to me. For many years, I used to work in television, and I lived in Salinas at the.
Oh
NBC
yeah, I know where
there.
that's at.
Yeah, and so there's monarch butterflies in Pacific Grove. So that's interesting that's what I saw. Normally when I see butterflies, I see the little yellow ones that live here in
Right.
Arizona. They're little, they're yellow or white. I don't know if they get I don't think they're here in the summertime because the sun probably burns them, but there's something about that. Hold on, this is gonna beep, but got plenty of time. Other questions I'm thinking I'm supposed to do for her? I feel like, let me draw a couple cards for you. Which deck is it? I think it's the green. It's purple. Let's just do 3. And then it looks like I'm going to have time for other people. If you have another question or something I didn't touch on and you want to ask, that's okay. Because it looks like I have, oh, wow. It looks like I have 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time. I was looking at the wrong clock through most of this. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get here. That one. This one. That one. Upside down and right to yes. I knew it. Okay, here we go. So right now, hold on, there's another one. Oh, okay. So if you're trying to figure out how to recharge yourself in some ways, this mental conflict card says that you might be having a mental conflict about doing it. So this might be about relaxing, letting go of things around you, realizing that you have the right partnerships to give you the foundation that you're looking for. And that'll create like, I don't want to say the harmony you're looking for, but there's something about harmony that you're looking for, because this happy family life and this triumph success, these new beginnings or this new sense of like great thoughts around you are all coming. But there has to be something right here about figuring out how to recharge yourself in some way. And like, I want to say, get yourself going, because there's something about fulfillment of wishes, like you're ready to do them or take action on them, and that'll help you kind of push past whatever's been going on around you, especially the last well, they're saying like 3 or 4 months, if that makes any sense. Or how have the last 3 or 4 months been? Have they been rough?
Yeah, on and off.
Well, yeah, on and off. That might be what this thing is. So did that help? Other questions? What else would you like to know?
I just wanted to make sure that they were all okay up there.
I got, yes, they're saying they are. I feel like you're going to see a lot of butterflies now. See if I'm right about that. All right, let me do these really quick. There's that one. Upside down and right side up. I knew it. So you're continuing to move forward as your heart is connecting with your goals, because you're working on perfecting your own like sacred union, and that makes your heart happy. So the best message for you is continue to work on that sacred union, like with yourself, like whatever that means for self-care. There's a card in this deck that says self-care. I don't know why it didn't show up, but I want to say it's about your sacred union in some way, that's going to like help you get what it is that you want and need in some way.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right,
you.
everybody. I still have at least 5 minutes to go. Is there somebody else out there that has oh, there's 2 people with their hands up. All right, I'll do Christine first. Christine, how can I help you? What would you like to know?
My question is,
Whoops. There we go. All right, unmute. Unmute.
Yeah. My
Okay, what do you
question
want?
is, with all this crazy stuff happening should I be looking for another job in parallel?
Nope.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
You're spot. You know what I heard? This, I want to laugh out loud, and I'm hearing laughter in my head now. Somehow, for some reason, you're supposed to be enjoying the drama. I don't know what that means. I can't believe I actually said that, but there's something about enjoying it in some way. I don't know if that's enjoying like enjoying other people suffer. So, that's not like, we don't do that. We're light workers. But if that makes sense to you, that's what I got. I feel like, so the answer, no, I don't think you're supposed to be looking for another job. The new one's going to find you perfectly in some way. Yeah,
Amen.
because it's
Okay.
about, this is a justice card. It's court. It's about the commitment or contract that's going on around you. That's what I feel like that one is.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Lois, come on down. I see your hands up.
Yes. Hi.
Okay, how can I
yes,
help you? What would you like to know?
Yeah, so I will be starting a business. I'm just in the baby phase right now. Just wondering what Spirit has to say about the business.
The business is really your lifelong passion, and that there were times before in your past that you really wanted to start it, but this is really the time. Wow, they are giving me ages, and I hate when they give me ages because I'm going to say what they are, and we'll just go. So let me just ask it this way. Are you older? I'm just going to tell you. The first one I heard was 57. So if that makes sense to you, there's something about the age of 57. Like, I don't know if that's when you got the idea or when you really wanted to start it or something. And the other age they're giving me is 63. That's like, they're saying like the age that you should start it and get it going. I have no idea because I have no idea how old you are. And I'm really bad at guessing ages, and I won't.
I'm going to be, it's fine. I'm going to be 66 on Thursday. So,
okay.
But 57 does resonate because that's when I really started getting back in touch with my witchcraft and my intuitive side and stuff. So that makes sense. But because I was in a regular
is the
job,
other number.
63. I'm not sure with 63. That's interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah. So that's interesting about 50, whatever year I said, 57.
57.
So, yeah. So one of the things I'll talk about, I haven't talked about that at all. There's something called Saturn Return. This applies to everybody. The person who is doing the cookie biz, which I can't remember your name, but I'll just say this, see if this lands for you. There's something called Saturn Return. It's 0 to 27, 28 to 54, and then 55 and up. And the idea is that it takes Saturn 27 years to bop around the universe, and it's one chapter in our life. So in Lois's case, she got 57 because she just passed into that third chapter. I do bachelorette parties all the time. Guess how old the bride is? Oh, I don't know. 99% of the time, she is 27 or just turned 28. In my own personal life, I don't remember 27, but I can tell you on my 55th birthday, I was doing something else, and that job went away. Excuse me. And I turned Bob the Psychic into a full-time biz. So there is definitely something to that. So if you're around that or something happened at 27 or you're 50, whatever that is, just kind of acknowledge it. It's the universe pushing you in the right direction.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Dana, you put your hand up there. We'll do it real quick because I think I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Dana, how can I help you? What do you want to know? Oh, hi.
I was wondering if do you sense Frank by me, close by me?
Yes, he's on your, what side is that? I think it's right. He really loves you and misses you. And is he like a husband, boyfriend, husband, romantic thing?
He would have been, yes.
You would have been. Okay, perfect. Because the way I want to say that is he's telling me he likes to hug you all the time and be near you and feel your energy. So okay. Yeah. He's also telling me that he knows he's like your soulmate on the other side. And he said next time around, he's going to make sure he wins you over. I am not sure what that means. So you'll have to look back at whatever that situation was, but he's definitely around you all the time. He's like that white, flash you see, or a twinkle. He could be, they're showing me like a bird. I don't know. It looks like it's not really a hummingbird, but it's some kind of bird that pops up and then it flies away really fast. That could be him too. Does that help?
Yes. Yeah.
Sound like him? Okay, cool. All right. I think I have about a minute left. I'm going to draw some cards unless you have another question. Dana, anything else?
Well, if no one has any questions, what do you feel about my relationship status in the future?
It's going to get a lot better once this cookie thing gets like on its like going. You'll have like the time and space to be able to attract the right person to you, someone who won't be distracted, kind of like the way you would be right now. And I feel like, are you going to marry? I don't feel like you're going to get married, but I do feel like it's a lifelong companion in some way.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. It looks like I have about 30 seconds left. So I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. I really appreciate you spending part of your Monday evening with me. If you want to know more about me, my website is bobthepsychic.com. I do readings over Zoom like this every day of the week. You are more than welcome to go there. Check it out. If you want to know more about me, Google me, see all the reviews and stuff. I'm happy to help anyone. I will be back here next Monday night at the same time, 6 o'clock on the Pacific West Coast, 9 o'clock in New York. And if you want to come and ask a question, visit the website, however you found this, and there should be a link there. So until next time, I'm Bob the Psychic. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again next week.
Looking for real answers? Meet Bob the Psychic, Scottsdale's #1 psychic. Join live readings with Bob the Psychic every Monday night on Soul Search TV. Real people, real questions, real clarity. Bob connects directly with your energy using psychic insight, tarot, mediumship to bring guidance on love, career, family, finances, and your life path. His readings cut through confusion, offer validation and hope, and help you move forward with confidence and trust. Every Monday, 7 p.m. MST. Watch free on Soul Search TV, YouTube, or Facebook, or reserve your spot to join the Zoom room for a live reading. Experience clarity that changes everything. Limited spots available, so sign up before they're gone.